SOC 2 for a software as a service provider, the report your customers ask for. Sell software as a service for long enough, and this becomes the report that unblocks every enterprise deal. The question arrives in every deal: can we see your SOC 2? For a SaaS provider, it has become the default proof that you can be trusted with a customer's data, the report that shortens the security questionnaire. It is also widely misunderstood, treated as a badge to display rather than an opinion to read. So what is it? SOC 2 is an independent auditor's report on a service organization's controls, measured against the AICPAS Trust Services criteria. Where SOC 1 is about controls relevant to a customer's financial reporting, SOC 2 is about the security and related qualities of the service itself, the controls that protect the data a customer entrusts to the provider. Which do you need, SOC 1 or SOC 2? SOC 1 covers controls relevant to the customer's financial reporting, when your platform processes transactions that flow into their books. SOC 2 covers security and related qualities of the service. The test is simple. If the question is, does this affect our financial statements, it is SOC 1. If it is our data safe with them, it is SOC 2. Some providers need both. And the rule from SOC 1 applies here too. Only a Type 2 is real assurance. A Type 1 assesses whether the controls are suitably designed on one day, a Type 2 tests whether they operated effectively across a period. A customer trusting you with their data for years is not reassured by a snapshot. SOC 2 is built on up to 5 trust services criteria, and understanding them is the key to reading the report. First, security, the common criteria. It is mandatory in every SOC 2, covering protection against unauthorized access. If a SOC 2 covers nothing else, it covers this. Then availability, whether the system is up and usable as agreed, and processing integrity, whether it processes data completely, accurately, and in an authorized way. And confidentiality, the protection of information designated confidential, and privacy, the handling of personal information against the provider's privacy notice. Here is why scope matters. Security is always in. The other 4 are included only if the provider chooses them and the auditor tests them. So a report covering only security tells a customer nothing about the availability they may be relying on, which is why the scope of a SOC 2 matters as much as its existence. So how should a customer read a vendor's SOC 2? Confirm it is a Type 2 over a recent, continuous period. Check the criteria you care about are actually in scope, not just security. Read the exceptions the auditor noted. Note your complementary user entity controls, the things you must do for the provider's controls to work. And read the subservice cloud provider's own report alongside, checking for gaps. A customer who works through these has done real due diligence. So carry this away. SOC 2 is not a trophy. It is a Type 2 over the right criteria, read for its scope and its exceptions, its subservice provider followed through, and its complementary controls performed, or it tells the customer nothing. Earning one is not about the document, it is about running the controls the document reports on every day of the period.